So data communication is the exchange of data between two or more devices. So that device can be anything. It may be two different computers, two different mobile phones. So any communication device through some form of transmission medium. Your medium can be wired or wireless medium. So now I can exchange data in the following format. So I can send text based data, images, I can send numbers, I can send audio, and I can also send video. These are all the possible formats of data. So we have one more thing, that is what are all the fundamental characteristics of the data communication. See, data must be delivered to the correct and intended destination. When I send a data to fourth semester class group, it should be fourth semester ISC class group. It should be delivered to that group only. It should not be delivered to some other group. So it should be delivered to a correct and intended destination. Always this will take place. When when I give the destination address as fourth semester ISC WhatsApp group, so when I send a message, that will be delivered to that particular group only. It will not be delivered to something else, some other group. So always data must be delivered to a correct and intended destination only. So this is one of the important characteristics. The next one, data must be delivered without any modification. If I send hi, how are you, you should receive it as hi, how are you only. There should not be any modification in it. You should not receive it as hi, who are you. When I am sending the data as hi, how are you, you should receive that in the same format. Have you ever observed any modification in the original data when you receive it? Never. When I send hi, how are you, the destination person will also receive the same message. There won't be any kind of modification. This is another important characteristics. Delivery accuracy. And the third one is timeliness. When I send the data, it should be delivered to you in a timely manner. If suppose if I send the data now, shall the DC class is at 10 a.m. If you receive that data at 3 p.m., then what's the use? It should be delivered in a timely manner. If the data is delivered late, then it becomes useless. If the data is delivered late, then it becomes useless. And the next one is jitter. What is jitter? See, have you observed something while watching live streaming of some sports through certain content distribution network portals, like it may be Hotstar and all. Sometimes you may face delay in the packet arrival. We call that as jitter. Sometimes even in the cable TV networks, voice will come first, then the action. You will hear some sound like slapping sound. After few seconds, you will see that in the screen, someone is slapping. So this is called as jitter, variation in the packet arrival time. There is no synchronization between two packets. So video is a mixture of audio and the images. Video is a mixture of audio and the continuous images. There should be a synchronization. Sudden ಆಗಿ ಯಾರೋ ಹೊಡೆದಂಗೆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಹೊಡಿತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು 2 seconds ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೊಡಿಯೋ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. So that is jitter. There will be a variation in the packet arrival time. So this is jitter, variation in the packet arrival time. No jitter. All the packets are moving continuously without any time gap in it. But here you can see there is here one packet is going, after that two packets are moving, then one packet is moving. There is a time gap in between these packets. Okay, this is jitter. So I repeat, for data communication, these are all the four important for our fundamental characteristics. One is delivery. Data must be delivered to the correct destination without any modification. We call it as accuracy in the timely manner, that is timeliness, without any variation in the packet arrival time. That is jitter. We need to avoid jitter. We need to achieve delivery, accuracy, and timeliness, but we should avoid jitter. These are the fundamental characteristics of the data communication. So, can you tell me the fundamental characteristics of data communication? First one.
Sir, your slide is still stuck onto the data communication thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Now, can you see?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Fundamental characteristics are delivery, then accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. Data must be delivered to the correct destination in a timely manner without any modification, without any jitter. That is, without any kind of variation in the packet arrival time. Shall I proceed to the next slide? Any doubts still here?
No, sir.
What are all the components of data communication? So data communication means exchange of data between two or more devices. So if data communication to happen, then we need one device which can send the data. We need one more device which can receive the data. So we call them as sender and the receiver. These are the two important components. Sender will always send the data, receiver will receive the data. Data can be in any format. Who can be the sender? It may be a computer, it may be a computer in the sense, yeah.
It is still stuck in the fundamental characteristics slide, sir.
Why it is happening like that?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the components of data communication, one is sender, who can send the data. Who can be the sender? It may be a laptop, it may be a desktop, it may be a mobile phone, or any communication device. So any device which has capability to send something, communicate something. It may be a tab, so that is a sender. Then a receiver. Receiver is again a computer, that is, it can be a laptop, it can be a desktop, or it may be a mobile phone, or any kind of device which can communicate. So communication involves both sending and receiving. So this is the second component. And the third component is data, actually, message. So are you able to see the slides? Any
Yes, sir.
difficulty? Okay. The message, and there should be a medium for exchanging this data. The fourth component is transmission medium. So it may be wired medium or wireless medium. And the last component is something called as protocol. So these four components are all known to you: sender, receiver, message, transmission medium. But the very important one here is protocol. In general, what is the meaning of protocol? Let's forget about the data communication. In general, what is protocol according to you?
Set of rules, sir.
Set of rules. So we'll say something like that. We should follow the protocols. The government is not following the protocol. Media is not following the protocol. Something like that. In general, we use this kind of statements. So protocol means set of rules. So even in the network, there should be some rules. So for data communication to happen, so there should be some set of rules. What kind of data? What is the format of data? Is there any syntax and semantics for data? Something like that. So that is called as protocol. Protocol in data communication is set of rules that governs the data communication or that facilitates the data communication. Set of rules that facilitates the data communication. So in this entire course, data communication, even in the next semester, computer networks, you are going to learn so many protocols. You are going to learn so many protocols. Protocols means set of rules for facilitating the data communication, or the set of rules that governs the data communication. These are the 5 components. So here, very important thing, just to brief. So here the important thing is data communication, definition, exchange of data between 2 or more devices through some form of transmission medium. So we can exchange text, image, number, audio, and video. These are the possible data formats. Along with this, characteristics, delivery, accuracy, timeliness, and jitter. And the components, so here it is sender, receiver, message, transmission medium, and the protocol. You may expect